Welcome to this episode of the You Two Scare Me podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Andy.
And I'm Felice, and we are entering the final week of our spooky month.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. I can't believe that Halloween, All Hallows Eve, is almost here.
I know, I'm so excited, but also I'm a little sad. I feel like we've had so much lead up to spooky season since we started in July. Since we started getting excited about it in July,
Right.
So I'm like a little sad that it's going to be over, but I guess it's always spooky season for us.
Yeah, always. But this is my favorite time of year, though.
Me too. I love it.
So, but yeah, a little tear will be shed after trick-or-treating next Friday.
Yeah. Yes.
And after we eat all of the candy that we take from my children.
Oh, see, that's the one dark, sad thing about having adult grown children. There's no trick-or-treat candy.
It's okay. We'll send you home with a bag.
Yeah, I'm going to need some. It's actually like kind of sad once they get older and you can't go digging through their stuff and finding all the good stuff.
Oh.
Wow. It's okay though. Okay.
Wait, what is your favorite candy?
Okay, I will tell you what I like, but then I had a child tell me that it's old person candy now.
Is it a Werther's?
Not Werther's. No, it's Butterfinger. That's my favorite. That's old person candy. Did you know?
I didn't.
I guess it is now. It's from people from the 1900s like us. The late 1900s.
Wow.
Yeah. How about you? What's your favorite candy?
I am more of a Reese's kind of girl.
Yeah.
Classic. I feel like you can't go wrong with peanut butter and chocolate.
That never goes out of style.
Yeah. But if I was going to eat something that was like gummy, then I would eat either Sour Patch Kids or Swedish Fish.
Oh, not me. This has nothing to do with trick-or-treating, but I'm fully addicted to Nerds clusters. Like it's a problem. It's like a real situation. I have them all the time.
Oh my gosh. We have to have a nerds intervention.
I have some at work and at home.
You have your travel nerds.
Sometimes they're in the backpack.
Emergency nerds.
Yes. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, you learn new things every day, right?
I mean, yeah, I do think I knew a little bit about the nerd cluster, but I didn't know the extent.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I had to take a little break from them because my dentist told me to.
Oh my god!
The dentist said, "Let's take a little break from the nerd clusters."
He's like looking at your teeth. I can tell that you love nerd.
He's like,
clusters.
"Where's your enamel?" No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that bad. They just said it might be a good idea. Well, everyone has a vice. If that's my worst one,
yeah,
that's okay.
Oh,
I'm okay. I'll be okay. Everything's okay, guys.
Okay. Wow. We'll hide the nerd clusters next week.
Yes.
So, you know that Ryan and I have been so sick.
Yes.
It was
Andy
insane.
and Ryan were
we were practically on the other side.
Knocking on death's door.
We were. It was insane.
You were not looking good that day. Wow. I was like, whoa. Jump scare.
So we both had the flu and it was no joke. Like so many things. We were literally like zombies. We're like, huh? What? And then as a result, things got put in ridiculous places here. We had ibuprofen found in the fridge. There was kitchen stuff in Bo's room. Everything was just like,
oh my gosh. And the kids are jumping on your heads. Yeah. Somersaulting all around you.
We're like, oh my gosh, just quiet.
You're just do whatever. Yes, you can watch the 70th episode of Bluey. Right. Go for it. We're in survival mode.
Oh my gosh, it was awful.
I'm glad you're feeling better though.
Yeah, thank goodness. It totally derailed some of my Fantasy Fest plans though. Zombie bike ride, one of my favorite things. It was just we physically cannot do this.
Yeah. But you guys got to watch it,
We did get to watch, but it was still a little tear. And so that's why I have all those Amazon boxes out there with all the stuff I have to send back that we didn't get to wear.
I'm sending it back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
bummer.
the kids aren't going to fit it next year. You know, we always do theme family zombie. So
yeah,
anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So shall we talk about Toot Tuesday though?
Sure.
Okay. We went to Toot Tuesday and that was a few days ago. And So the cool, awesome thing about Key West is that you can start really early with your party and then you're home at a decent hour. So
correct.
Yeah, I think the party started at like 6.
Yeah, there was a pre-party I saw.
Yeah, like a walking parade kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah. It was in that on like Apple Ruth Lane, like in a little haunted. It's supposed to be a haunted alley.
Really?
It is. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But it started there. I feel like at like 5 or something.
Yeah.
So
a few of the bars here were set up like dance clubs because it's like Key West isn't usually a dancey kind of place. It's more of a live music place. But they had DJs and we went and walked around and danced. And I'm still finding glitter on my face because I was totally the theme was disco robot. So I was all silver with lots of glitter and I'm still finding glitter.
Yes. And she had like a little silver streak on her face that wouldn't go away.
Yeah. That worked the next day.
So, and that's fine.
Fun. That's fun.
To go to the Tutu Tuesday parties, everybody has to wear a tutu. Yes. It doesn't matter what your costume is or who you are or anything like that. So you see, all different kinds of people and states of dress or undress, but all wearing tutus. Yeah. And so it's really funny.
It's really fun. And I was home in the bed at 10:30. That was the best part.
Wow. Except Felice was like yelling at me about staying out.
I know. It's like my one night a year that I actually kind of like to stay out and have fun. But well, no, we had to go. We had to go get up and go to work the next morning.
Oh, responsibility.
We have presents. Yeah, we have more presents. Okay, so we have these 2. These are from our faithful listener, Krista. She's the one who gave us Our Lady of Guadalupe.
Okay.
And she's given us a few other little things too, little goodies. But we have these 2 little cute ghosts and they each have a long skinny candle.
Oh, so cute.
Oh my gosh, I keep hitting my microphone. There we go. Cheers.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. They have like these long skinny candles in them.
Oh, I love it.
Cute. Okay,
so cute. Thanks, Krista.
Yes. And then, another friend of mine, her name is Rebecca. She lives in Virginia, but she went to go visit Salem and also somewhere else. Where did she go? Well, this is the letter. It says, greetings from Salem, Massachusetts, and Portland, Maine.
Oh.
I couldn't go to spooky cities without getting a couple things for my favorite spooky podcast hosts.
Aw.
Yes. So I hope you love it, Rebecca. And so we have each of us get a little cute, little ghosty stuffed animal.
It's like my emotional support ghost.
Yes. And then,
so cute.
Okay, I think she said, hang on. So we have 2 little pins. That one is yours.
Oh, let's see.
These are fun little lapel pins.
What does yours say?
Hold on. First we have, cute, a little sticker that says Salem.
Cute.
I have Hello Tiki. And this one says, hope you're doing okay. One of these. Oops.
And
there you go.
Mine says, I see real people.
That's cute.
I love that. And more booze.
A little cocktail one for you. Cute.
So cute. Thank you so much,
Thank you, Rebecca. That was so sweet of you to think about.
And so thoughtful.
Yeah, she was like messaging me on Facebook like, what is your address? I need to send it. I need to send something. So that was so thoughtful. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you. We love it. Well, you too can send us things.
Yeah. We love presents.
We love presents.
We're going to need a storage unit for all our goodies. I love it.
It's awesome. Well, in case you're just joining us for the first time, we are 2 spooky friends with a love of the weird. We're talking cryptids, ghosties, aliens, hauntings, flesh pedestrians, shadow figures, and more. But we recognize we have no true knowledge of what's really happening with any of this.
Not at all. We're just vibing out here, you know?
Yeah.
You know, fine. We're more of a why not kind of people, right?
We sure are.
Why not? We do know enough to have a deep respect for the unknown and unseen forces at work around us. We also make sure to laugh through our fears and try to keep it light. We hope to bring you stories that give you chills, check the closet, and question what you think you know.
A quick warning before we begin. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Our tales are drawn from folklore, history, and reported experiences. Some stories, like these ones, may include sensitive topics, so listener discretion is advised.
We are continuing our spooky season celebration with what may just be our scariest episode yet. All month, we've been surprising each other weekly with a new extra scary topic. For this extra special, extra scary episode, we have researched the same topic, but different instances of it. That's right. We are talking about exorcism.
Exorcism. I'm already scared.
I am too.
This is, I feel deeply inside that we need to tread lightly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And be really careful with this.
Yeah, it's a really serious topic.
Yeah. And it's pretty freaking scary.
Yeah.
So dive into the shadows with us as we bring you haunting tales in this episode of the You Two Scare Me podcast.
Shall we dive in?
Tonight, we're diving into one of the most famous, but also most controversial cases of alleged demonic possession in modern times. The case of Roland Doe. Do you know it?
I do. I do.
This is the story that laid the groundwork and served as the inspiration for the novel and the film, The Exorcist.
Which is the scariest movie of all time, in my opinion.
Agree. Didn't we went to see that at the Tropic a long time ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember that lady? That lady, it's like a tiny theater. We were in a teeny tiny theater with like one other lady, and she's like, "What happened? What's happening? What?" I was like, "This movie's like 60 years old, lady. You never saw this before?" Oh,
it was great. It helped to cut the tension a little bit.
Anyway,
I still feel like I have to watch that movie like peeking through my hands.
Yes.
So, with Roland Doe, what really happened? Was this a supernatural event? A disturbed adolescent? A hoax? Or something else entirely? Strap in, Felice. This is going to get scary.
Okay.
Picture this. It's the late 1940s in Cottage City, Maryland. The boy known as Roland Doe, or sometimes Robbie Mannheim, grew up in a German Lutheran household. He was an only child, so his primary friend and playmate was his Aunt Harriet, also sometimes referred to as Aunt Tilly. Aunt Harriet was a spiritualist, so she was into spooky things like us, and especially interested in the idea of connecting with and contacting the dead. Aunt Harriet owned a Ouija board.
That's not me.
Felice is
that
deeply afraid of Ouija boards.
Yes. That's not me.
So Aunt Harriet it's a Warner Brothers or Parker Brothers.
Parker Brothers?
I think it's a Parker Brothers item, Felice. Gosh. So she had a Ouija board. And when Roland became interested, his BFF Aunt Harriet introduced him to the Ouija board. But then Aunt Harriet died. After her death, strange phenomena began to occur. The family began hearing strange noises, like dripping, without a known source. These sounds are said to have started in the grandmother's bedroom. The dripping was then replaced by a scratching sound under the floorboards. It's reported that the family observed a picture of Jesus on the wall that would shake when the noises occurred. And this happened every night from 7 p.m. until midnight.
Wow.
So when you hear scratching under the floors, you call an exterminator. And he came, treated the area with chemicals, but the scratching continued for 10 nights before stopping. Roland said he could still hear the noises, but no other family members could. This weirdness lasted 3 days.
That he could hear it.
That he could hear it,
but
and no one
nobody
else
could.
Ooh,
I already hate this. Okay.
Get your emotional support, Ghost, because it gets
I'm ready.
Way worse.
I might need Lola, the Chewini dog.
Well, thank you for getting her designator correct.
Yeah, you're welcome. I want to be respectful.
Thank you. Chewinis everywhere. Thank you. Then noises began again, but this time in Roland's room. This time it was more like a squeaking shoes sound. So that sound occurred for 6 nights. And then the scratching came back.
I don't like the scratching the most. I hate the scratching.
Me too. But, so people are probably like, okay, it's a rodent problem.
Yeah.
Right? Clearly. Yeah. But it gets weirder. On the 6th night, Roland, his mother, and his grandmother are in his room laying on the bed and reported hearing marching and a beat of drums moving alongside the bed.
Oh my gosh, that's weird.
So that continued until the mom says, "Is that you, Aunt Harriet?" And remember, Aunt Harriet, she had just passed away only 2 weeks ago at this point.
Okay.
So there was no response. Like any good ghost hunter would do, the mom asks, quote, "If you are Harriet, knock 3 times." And then they heard 3 knocks, boom, 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 on the floor. She repeated this again, saying, "If you are Harriet, tell me positively, knock 4 times." There are 4 knocks. But then there was scratching on the mattress.
Like right by where they were laying?
Yeah, like... So that scratching on the mattress began to occur nightly. Then...
You could not... I would rather chew broken glass than sleep on a mattress next to something scratching at it that I can't see.
Yeah.
No. That's a no.
Then the bed starts violently shaking. There's even a report. I mean, I can't imagine any of this, but okay. There's even a report that once the blanket was pulled from, being tucked under the mattress and stood up on its own, curled above the bed. When it was touched, it just fell back to the bed.
Whoa.
So that's like straight out of a horror movie, you know?
Yeah.
Other things observed at this time include objects levitating, furniture moving on its own, strange smells, and Roland's bed continuing to violently shake.
Oh my gosh.
The thing is that these events only happened when Roland was nearby.
Okay. So the rest of the house is...
Right.
Nothing's happening.
It's
only around him.
In his room now at this point. But, well, not just his room. It's only when he's around.
Okay.
Because there are also reports of milk and food flying off the table and the stove, a comb flying across the room and extinguishing blessed candles, a Bible flying and being thrown at the feet of Roland, a chair spinning around while he was seated in it. And there's even a report that at school, his desk would erratically move, almost like they likened it to a planchette on a Ouija board, like...
Oh my gosh.
And it said that Roland was so embarrassed that he refused to go back to school.
Oh.
Can you imagine you're a teenager and you're sitting in your class and your desk just starts...
It's hard enough to be a teenager.
Right?
But...
And everybody's like, look at this weirdo.
Oh my gosh.
But how scary. So
who was reporting all this? His mom and his grandma, and then...
And him, I guess. So at this point, I think it's really within the family, all these people are observing these things. But now, at this point, the family is worried. So they called 2 Lutheran ministers. They're Lutheran.
Okay.
One of those ministers, Luther Miles Scholes, took Roland to his home to see if he was removed from the space, if this would still happen.
Okay.
And the scratches were heard, just like at home.
Oh, wow.
The minister began praying over Roland, and the scratching got worse. It's reported that Scholes also observed objects and furniture moving. And you know what he told the family? God.
He's like, nope. What did he say? Nope. Take this to the next level.
He goes, call a Catholic priest.
Yeah.
So.
When was this?
So this is in the 40s.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I guess I thought it was like in the 60s, but I'm sort of picturing The Exorcist, right? Like in my mind, but I didn't realize it was in the 40s. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the 40s.
Okay.
And so just as kind of like a little bit of background for people who may not know, within the Catholic religion, there is an entire exorcism rite. It is a very strict sort of set of steps and things to do and things like that. And it can only be performed in that manner by a qualified Catholic priest.
Trained in that.
And it has to be approved by higher ups within the church.
Yeah. And it's a really, really hard process to get that approved too. Right.
Right.
Like, it's not, they don't go
No, they're not
out.
just like exorcism for you, exorcism for you. No, there has to be a lot of, I think, what do I want to say? Like reasons that, nothing else is going to work. Right.
They're going to try to debunk. They're going to try to make sure that it's not a hoax. It's not psychological or all of these kind of things.
Right. Perfect segue, because the family's like, oh, we're a Lutheran. Like, let's call some doctors first. So they call a psychiatrist. They consult a physician. Both medical professionals determined that Roland seemed normal, if just, quote, a little high strung.
He's a little active.
Don't you love those old timey designators?
Oh my gosh.
So after the medical people are like, hey, he's fine, whatever, little high strung, the family felt like they were out of options. So they reached out to Father Edward Hughes, the priest of the Catholic parish of St. James Parish in Mount Rainier, Maryland. Father Hughes suggested the family use blessed candles, holy water, and say some specific prayers.
Okay.
So Roland's mom followed these instructions, sprinkling holy water throughout the house. All was well until she put the holy water on a shelf. The holy water flew across the room. The prayers that she was encouraged to say, they just aggravated the activity. So now they're hearing this like louder, more, all of that. It's reported that Roland then went to Georgetown University Hospital and Father Hughes attempted some form of exorcism. But the exorcism was interrupted. Why, you might ask? Well, during the exorcism, Roland was restrained. He broke one of the restraints, broke off a bed spring from the mattress, and used it to slash Father Hughes' arm.
Oh, wow.
So that's violent.
Yeah.
There are some people...
And was he was never violent before? Like,
no,
before all this
14.
Happened?
Like, he's just a regular kid.
Okay.
And kind of like, only child kept to himself, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So there are some people who question if the whole mattress spring incident really happened, but it is in a lot of the accounts about Roland.
Okay.
But it gets worse. On February 26, 1949, scratches appeared on Roland's body. Scratches continued to appear for 4 nights before finally the word Louis appeared scratched into the skin by his ribs. So Roland's mom was from St. Louis. So she took this as a sign that she should take Roland and go to St. Louis.
Yeah.
So the family heads to St. Louis.
Yeah.
There.
Obviously.
I mean,
clearly.
Me, I would be like, Louis.
Who's Louis?
Louis.
Louis. Who's Louis?
So Roland and his family go to St. Louis and they're staying with relatives in this suburb called Belnor.
Okay.
While there, 4 uncles, 4 cousins, and 2 aunts all witnessed a variety of bizarre occurrences. They saw Roland's mattress moving, bedroom furniture being overturned, witnessed the scratching on the mattress, and scratches continuously appearing on Roland's body, even through his clothes. So, like, he'd be sitting and reading. They said he would be reading comic books, and he'd be like, ow! And then there would just be scratches.
Oh, this poor kid.
Right?
So, did they go stay with the family?
Yeah, so they're staying
there. The family's like, on second thought.
Right. I think we have some more visitors coming. Like,
yeah. Yes. I know. I have all these visitors coming this weekend, which I knew one set was coming, and then my son also is coming, and then today I found out someone else is coming, which is wonderful. But also, we live in a tiny house, so
it's gonna be a party.
And our friend's dog is coming too.
Partay up in there.
Anyway, okay, so hopefully they don't bring any Ouija board additions.
Oh my gosh.
If you will.
Check your Ouija board at the door.
Yeah. Don't bring that in my house. Don't even.
Just put a little sign out for it. So while they're there, 4 different people saw the words "no school" appear scratched into Roland's body. Eventually, one of Roland's cousins, who was attending St. Louis University, asked their professor, Father Raymond Bishop, if he could help.
Okay.
Fun fact, a lot of the information from this story comes from Father Bishop's journal recording the events. I read the entire thing.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So Father Bishop does all the things you would expect. On March 9th, 1949, he comes and blesses the house, leaves some holy water and some holy relics, says some blessings. Father Bishop observes all of the things the others claimed. The shaking of the mattress and the scratches appearing under Roland's clothes. Now, a series of events takes place from March 10th, 1949 to March 15th, 1949. Father Bishop returns to the home along with a priest friend for reinforcement, Father Bowdern. The typical phenomena continue, along with heavy bookcases that move away from the wall, swing around, and move again. On March 16th, 1949, Father Bishop is granted permission to read the prayers of exorcism according to the Catholic Roman rituals. So that came from up above.
Right.
So Father Bishop, who's not a bishop, don't get confused.
Right. I was actually thinking that, yeah.
So
It would be funny if it was Bishop.
Right?
Like, have you ever heard of like people in the military? They're like Sergeant.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. No. So he's just a priest.
Okay.
But a bishop or archbishop, I think it was an archbishop, gave him this permission to perform these ceremonies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering how far up.
I think that's what I saw.
It go?
That an archbishop. So like usually it's like priest, bishop, archbishop, cardinal, pope, I think is how it goes.
So like someone from the diocese.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's granted permission to read the prayers of exorcism. So he goes along with Father Bowden and Father Halloran, another priest. So they go together, the three musketeers, to begin the ritual. During one of the first recitations, 3 parallel scratches appear across Roland's abdomen. As the prayers continue, similar scratches appeared on his legs, stomach, back, chest, and throat. It said a picture of the devil appeared on Roland's right leg, and the word hell appeared scratched into his chest.
Whoa.
When they asked how many demons were present, 1 scratch appeared. During the course of the evening, Roland was scratched 25 different times, each one making him curl up in pain.
Oh.
And it said that he described some of them as scratches and some of them feeling more like brands.
Like it's burning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this poor kid.
Right. And remember, he's only 14.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So after all of that, Roland fell into a deep sleep while the prayers continued. Then he awakened violently, punching the headboard, punching the pillows. Roland said he was fighting a huge, red, slimy, powerful devil.
Whoa.
From midnight on, Roland continued to violently thrash and fight, requiring 2 men to help pin him down. He spat at them, and it's reported that his punches were stronger than those that any normal 14-year-old boy could inflict. Around 5 a.m., Roland began to sing in a very loud, high-pitched, garbled voice. That gives me chills straight up to my scalp.
Early in the morning, like the other thing is anything out of the ordinary is extra creepy really early in the morning.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like that time of day, it should be so peaceful and quiet. And then to have that happen is
oh my gosh,
really unsettling.
So scary. I don't know.
Ugh,
I'm
gross.
I can like hear in my head how this sounds.
Yeah.
But I'm also picturing him singing some like ridiculous song. Like
yeah.
You know how in the movie Ghost he sings, I'm Henry the
Yes. I just forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just picturing like that, but in this like ridiculous, like
super scary voice.
Yeah.
Oh.
By 7:30 a.m., Roland fell asleep. So eventually, the exorcism of Roland Doe was moved to the hospital wing of the Alexian Brothers Hospital. The exorcism continued for approximately 6 weeks. During that time, Roland was subjected to between 20 and 30 individual exorcism sessions. Throughout the course of those days, there were multiple times when Roland had to be restrained by 3 or 4 men. He thrashed. He sang in a, quote, diabolical, high-pitched voice. He made loud threats. He writhed when holy water was sprinkled on him. He snapped his teeth. He swung fists. He bit the priests. He laughed fiendishly, and he barked like a dog.
Wow.
He also shouted a variety of vulgar insults at the priests. And I saw some of them, and I just don't feel comfortable reading them.
Yeah.
On March 23rd, Roland broke Father Halloran's nose and also punched another priest, Father Roux, in the nose.
Oh my gosh.
That same night, he began talking in a sexually suggestive way, ripped his clothes off, and started gyrating around. He then contorted his body and had more instances of barking and loud singing.
Oh my gosh. You got to hand it to these priests for hanging in there.
Oh, I would have been out.
That's traumatic.
I would have been out.
Yeah.
The moment I...
Well, I mean, I feel like at some point you might be thinking, we are in over our head.
Absolutely. Like, I mean, if this is really what's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is a mere mortal going to be fighting?
Yeah. Well, I mean, but you have God on your side. You know what I mean? Like, it is,
I know.
Like,
but,
it's not just him. It is like,
but can you imagine
God is coming through them.
That feeling though? Like, yeah. How terrifying.
Well, also, it's not like exorcisms happen every day. And you're
right.
like, okay, this is another exorcism. Like, that might have been the first time they ever did that, or the third, or something like that.
Absolutely.
It's a rare thing, I think.
I did see that they were inexperienced, so I'm assuming that this was perhaps their first.
Yeah.
So, fun fact about the singing: Roland's family noted that Roland couldn't carry a tune nor enjoyed singing during his typical days.
All right, silver lining. Got a talent. Diabolical singing. Wow.
On subsequent nights, he urinated, peed all over, saying crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Often he screamed, kept the singing going. He, quote, passed foul air. So first I'm thinking, okay, he is a teenage boy, right?
Yeah.
But then I was thinking about, typically associated with demons is that sulfur smell. And I'm wondering if that was present and how scary that would be.
Yeah.
He continued to shout, he barked, and he made a lot of penis comments to the priests.
Aw, rude.
I mean, I saw some of those quotes too, and I was like, wow, this is very specific.
Yikes.
And he also talked about clergymen who had passed away and said he saw them in hell, and it was crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm. So he was trying to, or whatever, was bringing up people that they knew, or did they know the clergymen, or he was just making
some
comments?
Of the names were redacted. So I'm assuming that these were sort of personal ties to the people who are present, you know, and just that sort of insulting, getting a rise, getting, that kind of thing, meant to inflict pain or, upon the priest.
Or fear, or, emotional. They know something.
Right.
This thing knows something.
Right.
That they shouldn't know.
And it's also that that mockery, right? So it's recorded that at one point a hospital nightstand flew from the floor to the ceiling. Roland also said, "Put your earmuffs on, kids." Roland also said, "Get away from me, you goddamn bastards."
Whoa. That's a creepy voice too, Andy.
Oh, thank you.
Yikes.
Give you a little chill. Give me one.
Yikes. Okay. We might have to click the explicit button on this one.
I can also edit that out. Sorry. I just thought it was really scary.
It is very scary.
It's reported that the bed shaking also occurred numerous times, and that Roland would howl and scream and use voices that didn't belong to him. After religious medals were placed on him, Roland would report that they burned him, and he would throw any crucifixes that were placed in his hands. Roland also had a number of seizures, refused to receive communion despite numerous attempts, and mocked the priests repeatedly. Finally, on March 16th, the priests were repeating the usual prayers of exorcism. It was recorded in Father Bishop's journal that at 10:45 p.m., Roland was having a seizure, but laying in bed relatively calmly. It said the following voice broke out. "Satan, Satan, I am Saint Michael, and I command you, Satan, and the other evil spirits to leave the body in the name of Dominus immediately. Now, now, now."
That came out of where? Out of the air? Not out of Roland, out of nowhere.
It just said, in his journal said the voice broke out. And so I don't know if this is just surrounding them voice, or if he was speaking this, but I don't know that it was him, because immediately after that first 7 or 8 minutes, Roland went into the most violent contortions that they had seen over the course of the exorcism. And then Roland said in a normal voice, "He's gone." And immediately returned to normal and said he felt fine.
Oh my gosh.
He recounted seeing a vision of Saint Michael standing before him with a flaming sword and banishing the demons back to hell where they were forced behind an iron gate.
Whoa.
I have full body chills.
I'm like seeing Saint Michael up there, like watching this whole thing, like, all right, I'm going down there. He's like, this is taking forever. I'm going down there.
He's like, enough. Gosh. Isn't that...
Whoa, go St. Michael.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
And the thing was, the thing that stood out to me about this one is that, they said they heard this voice and then he goes into all these crazy contortions and stuff, but he's kind of like out of it, right? He's not fully conscious or present. Right. And then he just wakes up and he's like,
I could go for a cheeseburger now.
He's gone. And then he tells about this vision he had.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I still have chills about that.
I didn't know that part about that they heard the voice of St. Michael. Wow. That's really amazing.
That was in Father Bishop's journal.
That's amazing.
So I read through all 30 pages of his journal and I was like, whoa. And it was in quotes. It was, this whole thing. And I'm like, okay, this is big.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Some argue that Roland's experiences were all psychological or embellished by religious men to promote religion.
Mm-hmm.
But many argue that these events were witnessed by so many people, it can't have just been a teenage boy with psychological problems, nor an exaggeration by religious men.
Yeah. Well, also, if things are physically flying around the room and people saw that,
right?
How do you explain that?
Right. And it wasn't just family members. It couldn't be like the family is like, oh, watch, we're going to make this whole news story, right?
Yeah.
It was, outside people, religious people. And the people that came initially were Lutheran, and then the Catholic priest came.
Yeah.
And then there were even supposed to be some like professors, men of science who witnessed some of these things.
Yeah. Like at Georgetown. Is that where that was?
When they were at like the hospital, it was
St. Louis.
Yeah, it was like tied to the university and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it said after all of this, Roland was completely fine and normal. He went on to live a quiet, normal life.
Oh my gosh.
He became a NASA engineer who reportedly assisted with the Apollo 11 mission.
Get out. Oh my gosh.
And enjoyed playing a lot of canasta with friends.
There you go. Very Midwestern of him.
I've never played canasta. Have you?
I have played. Yeah.
Wow.
I have played.
I know my parents used to play.
I didn't grow up playing it, but like I had a friend that taught it to a group of us. It was fun.
My parents played like back in the day before they had kids and
Oh yeah.
When things were fun.
Yeah. Before you guys ruined everything. Yes.
So Roland died in 2020. In 2021, it was revealed that Roland Doe's real name was Ronald Hunkler. The family of Ronald said that following the final successful exorcism, there were no major changes to note, except for one. Can you guess what it is?
I don't know. What?
They all converted to Catholicism.
Oh, they're like, yep, we're on board. We're in.
Check. Got it.
We're in. Oh my gosh.
Wow. So there we have it. The chilling, complicated, and still mysterious case of Roland Doe, a teenager who may have been victim to something far beyond our understanding. But the facts that we do know are powerful. There was a teenager, a Ouija board, escalating strange phenomena, a prolonged exorcism campaign, scratches and words that appeared on the body, and ultimately a return to normalcy.
Wow.
The questions that we can't answer: what caused the events? Were they demonic, psychological, or a mixture? So, what are your thoughts?
Okay, first thought, they should have never been playing with that Ouija board. Step one. My second thought is I believe that all of that happened and it was demonic. I mean, I really do think that there are forces out there that prey on certain people. And one thing I think that was interesting about that is that he was able to remain anonymous the whole rest of his life. Thank God. Wow. Can
you believe it?
That must have been so much trauma for him. also the whole family, also the priests.
Right.
But how was he able to have a normal, quiet life after that happened to him? Can you imagine today in the time of social media?
It would never happen.
No.
But can you imagine him? He's just like, let's say he's in his like 60s. He's with his canasta buddies, and they're like, Roland, why don't you tell us a crazy tale? He's like, actually,
I got one. I got a big one. Oh my gosh. He probably never wanted to talk about it again.
Oh my gosh. I can't imagine. I feel like I would live in a constant state of fear.
Mm-hmm. Well, also,
or maybe not, because you've received this sort of like divine intervention, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you have like that shield,
right?
You're
like, hey, St. Michael, gotcha.
Oh my gosh. Way to go, St. Michael. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I never have heard that part of the story. I'm kind of familiar with the rest of the story. And I had heard that like his distant family in St. Louis was kind of like, huh? Like, what?
Time to go.
Yeah. What's going on? Oh, this is not what we thought we were signing up for.
Right. They're like, this was an uninvited house guest.
Yeah. Major.
Of the worst kind.
Yeah. Majorly. And will not leave.
And then I did see something that I think it was one of his cousins or something refuses, like I think she's still alive, refuses to step foot in that house because she said it is just dark.
Too scary.
And she thinks that there may still be evil lurking within the walls or something like that.
Yeah. The original house.
Like the St. Louis house.
The St. Louis house. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I wonder what happened with that original house,
Right. I don't know. And I think that there are so many things about demons and demonic possession and all of that stuff that is so scary to me, because it's like, one, what is the linchpin, right? Like why that person?
Yeah. And why that day?
Right.
Right.
And so, I mean, a lot of people point to the Ouija board as the sort of catalyst, but there are so many people who dabble with Ouija boards, right?
Mm-hmm. Not recommended.
That's why my mom made me get rid of mine when I was like 12 or whatever.
Oh yeah. My kids, they know. They were like, they had a lot of freedom in a lot of other ways, but not there. I was like, don't bring that crap in this house. Absolutely not. I think like that shows you, like, you have to be really careful about what kinds of things you are dabbling in and inviting into your realm. Like you have to be very, very cautious. Yeah.
Yes. Now I'm scared.
I'm scared too. Oh my gosh, girl, that was crazy. Okay, so I also have an exorcism story, okay. But mine it's different. It's like a very different angle.
Okay.
So this is the Tanacu Exorcism.
Oh.
So this story discusses mental illness, religious ritual, and the death of a young woman. So please take care while listening.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's a little warning. So a door closes inside a wooden convent on a hill in northeastern Romania. A young novice nun is carried in, wrists and ankles marked from restraints. She's thirsty, exhausted, and quiet. Too quiet. Prayers are whispered. Holy oil is readied. Somewhere, thunder travels the length of a vineyard. Within hours, her heart will stop. Within days, an entire country will be arguing about what exactly killed her. Evil or human beings acting in its name. This is a contemporary exorcism, by the way. Born in 1982, Marisica Irina Cornisi grew up in rural Valusi County in Romania. After her father died by suicide and her mother struggled with alcohol, Irina and her brother were placed in an orphanage.
Oh.
Abuse there was reported by former residents. As an adult, Irina tried to build something better, working as a nanny, including a stint in Germany, before drifting back toward her only sanctuary that seemed open to her, a small Orthodox convent above the village of Tanacu. A friend of hers from the orphanage had become a nun at that monastery, and she encouraged her to also become a nun. Okay. So she's had a hard life.
Right. She's looking for a place.
And her friend is like, hey, this is a place where you might have some belonging. In January 2005, Irina moved into the Holy Trinity Monastery above Tanacu. She tried to settle in as a novice. By April, she was giggling during Mass and reporting accusatory voices. Doctors at the local psychiatric hospital diagnosed schizophrenia, kept her 2 weeks, then released her back to the convent.
What does that mean, accusatory voices?
I think she was like hearing voices. I think she was hearing voices. So either telling her to do something or you did something, like paranoia, something like that. You know? Friends later insisted Irina had shown no signs of illness. Her brother sworn he'd seen Satan go into her years before, and he felt she was dealing with demonic possession.
How long did you wait to say that, brother?
Right?
Like
years before. Right.
He's like, oh yeah, there was that one time.
By the way, I saw Satan go into her. Oh my gosh. So when the doctors released Irina to the convent's care, they gave instructions for her to return, but she never returned. So they kept her for 2 weeks and sent her home, and they said, come back for a checkup, but she never came back.
Okay.
Within weeks, the religious interpretation hardened. This was not an illness, but an infestation of evil. You can't take the devil out of people with pills, the priest would later say.
Oh.
The priest, Father Daniel Petra Coragino, was 29, a former local soccer player turned monk who had clashed with his bishop in 2003 and reorganized the place with nuns deeply devoted to him.
So he's like this superstar priest. I mean, he's young.
Yeah, he's young. He's got the nuns that are like on his side. He was a soccer player, but I think he's like a little bit of a, he's going against
the grain.
And also like the Orthodox church that's been around forever. Like he is doing his own thing. Like to me, it seems a little culty, you know what I'm saying? Like he's doing his own thing in this monastery.
Got it.
When Irina's behavior worsened, the community chose ritual over medicine. First, they bound her hands and feet and locked her in a room while the others attended the Ascension liturgy. Days later, they chained her to a wooden cross, arms outstretched, carried her into the church, anointed her forehead and wrists with holy oil, stuffed a towel in her mouth to stop the cursing, and kept her there about 3 days, wetting her lips with holy water.
Oh, that sounds awful.
A nun, Sister Nicoletta Arcaleanu, would later insist Irina begged to be tied, that without restraints, she could have killed herself or someone else. So this sister said that Irina was asking to be tied up. Okay. When they finally untied her, the priest said she was cured. They gave her bread and tea. She fainted. Only then did they call an ambulance.
So wait, she was tied up for 3 days, right?
She was tied up for 3 days with a towel stuffed in her mouth.
Right. And then they were only wetting her lips with holy water.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's dehydrated.
Yes. Yeah.
Exhausted.
Yeah.
And probably passed out, I would imagine, for like lack of oxygen, right?
I would think.
Like with a towel in your mouth. And That's awful.
In the ambulance, 6 doses of adrenaline were administered during resuscitation attempts, but tragically, she died in transit.
Oh.
The 2005 autopsy cited dehydration, exhaustion, and lack of oxygen, just like you said.
Wow.
Police noted chain marks on her wrists and ankles. Years later, the county coroner would claim that Irina actually died from an adrenaline overdose given in the ambulance.
I was going to ask,
6 doses.
I mean, I'm no medical professional, but 6 seems like an awful lot, right? Like, I feel like they give 1 when your heart stops, right? I don't know hospital-wise. I know that like our training that we just had at work where we had to watch the video said you could give 2 doses, but after that it had to be medical professional. So I don't know what happens in a hospital, but 6 doses in an ambulance seems like a lot, because it can't be that long of a drive, Right. Yeah.
The courts did not accept that reinterpretation. The conviction stood. For Tanacu's supporters, including Irina's brother, this remained a case of possession. For prosecutors and the church hierarchy, it was a preventable death inside a monastery.
So, okay. So her brother and then like people within the community are like possession.
Exactly. The nuns and the priest and her brother.
But the actual church establishment is like, no.
Yeah, you killed her. The church is saying you killed her. Okay. That one county coroner way later said, actually, it was the adrenaline that killed her. But no one accepted that. They said that she died of...
Yeah, what does that coroner know?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the actual official autopsy said dehydration, exhaustion, and lack of oxygen, which was like completely related to what was happening to her at the monastery. Days later, as authorities moved in, Romania's press exploded. Exorcism and crucifixion in headline font because they had her tied to a cross.
Right. Yeah.
Protesters gathered, supporters too. The Romanian Orthodox Church condemned the ritual as abominable. They defrocked the priest and expelled the nuns and publicly promised stricter oversight, including screening for would-be monastics and aligning pastoral care with psychiatric referral. So they're saying they didn't take good care of her.
Right.
That's what the church is saying, that they didn't take good care of her psychiatric problem. And they did this, and they promised to have stricter guidelines for those kinds of cases. In practice, that meant pushing exorcism claims higher up in the hierarchy, just like we talked about with the Catholic Church, and away from isolated communities. That way, those decisions couldn't just be made on the fly.
Right. They're
whoever.
Like, oh, Father Joe over there decided we're going to do an exorcism today, guys. Yeah.
And then someone dies because of it, right?
Right.
In the end, the convent was closed and chained. Charges included murder and unlawful deprivation of liberty.
Wow.
In 2007, courts sentenced Father Coraginu to 14 years in prison, and the nuns, there are 4 nuns to 5 to 8 years in prison. On appeal, the priest's term was reduced to 7 years, and he was paroled in 2011 after serving 2/3 of his sentence.
Wow. So he was only in jail for a couple years.
The legal framing ultimately rested on unlawful deprivation of liberty and homicide through the ritual acts themselves, not on theology. Almost overnight, Tanacu went from a local tragedy to a national story. People across Romania, priests, doctors, politicians, and ordinary citizens argued over what had really happened. Was it possession or mental illness? Salvation or neglect? The case filled the news, talk shows, and newspapers, each trying to decide what Irina's death truly meant. From the outside, it's easy to say, call a doctor, not an exorcist. But the weight of Irina's life pushes back. She was a child of institutional loss, a product of places where the church is often the only consistent presence, trusted more than the state.
Oh, okay.
When voices began to accuse her of being sinful, that trust became a trap. In Tanacu, faith replaced treatment, and the ritual designed to save her ended her life.
Wow, this is so sad,
isn't it? If there's anything haunting about Tanacu, it might not be what outsiders think. Irina believed she was possessed. Her brother swore he saw the devil enter her, and the priest was certain he was fighting for her soul. To them, this wasn't cruelty, it was salvation.
Wow, okay.
When Irina was buried, thunder cracked across the valley.
Oh, I got a chill.
Some said it was a storm rolling over the hills. Others said it was something else, something leaving her body at last.
Oh my gosh. Ooh. Good thing I have my emotional support ghost.
Yes. So what do you think? What really happened in Tanacu? Was Irina Cornisi a young woman battling mental illness, abandoned by every system that could have helped her? Or was she truly fighting something no one else could see?
Wow. So, I mean, when I'm listening to this story, my initial reaction is like, okay, this was a little bit crazy. Like they took it too far. Like this was clearly an act of man, right? You know, the priest, the nuns who were complacent in it or whatever. But there's that other part of me, the part with her brother saying that, and then the fact that she actually believed that she was possessed. I wonder what other behaviors were observed, you know, so we know she was giggling and like saying inappropriate things and whatever, right?
Yeah.
Which could also be a signifier of some sort of mental illness, right? But, and also her believing that she was possessed could be another, you know.
Sure. I think there are plenty of cases of mentally ill people thinking that something is in them, you know. Right.
But the thing with the brother's interesting. The thunder thing's a little creepy, right? Yeah. And it's like, well, actually, who knows? Who knows? Right?
It's true. Yeah.
This could have been something. And plus, I'm picturing this, you know, sort of small town, whatever, where, you know.
Like a village.
Right. As small towns go, secrets are kept, things stay inside. So this is what we know, but maybe there's more.
Maybe there is more. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
yeah, I don't know. Like there wasn't the overwhelming evidence of like supernatural activity that other people witnessed. I think that they saw her acting weird and out of the ordinary, and the doctor said it was schizophrenia, and she and her brother and the priest thought that it was something spiritual, and they went on it, and then it went too far, you know?
I would have hoped that the doctors who made that diagnosis would have given some sort of treatment, right? You know, they had her for only 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's not just something that like, oh, oops, it's gone. You're fine, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like there should have been some sort of treatment. I would have been interested to see if, you know, she did have the correct medications or something like that, and these behaviors continued.
Yeah.
What would have happened?
Yeah.
You know?
I know. I mean, I have a feeling that, you know, she probably went back to the convent and they said, oh, no, you're not sick. You're possessed, you know, and just maybe like disregarded and sort of maybe convinced her to disregard what the doctor said.
Right.
You know,
it also makes me think of, you know, like centuries ago when they didn't have explanations for things. Right. And so we always went to demons.
Yeah. Or like, she's a witch. She can swim or whatever, you know.
Right. Things like that. And so if you're in a really tiny town and then you're in with even that small community, your smaller, very religious community, then I think it's easy to kind of jump on the bandwagon for things too.
Yeah.
You know, like, absolutely, she's possessed. Absolutely. You know, like,
yeah. But I thought it was just crazy to think that this was happening. It's only 20 years ago.
She's close, like she's just a few years older than me.
Yeah.
Which is really crazy. It's really hard to wrap your brain around something like this happening.
Yes.
Now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
It's a sad story. Yeah. It's different than the other one. Like this one isn't ultimately creepy, but it is sort of the other side of what could happen. And, you know, when somebody thinks that this is happening to them.
And I think that there are other cases, you know, of reported exorcisms where people have unfortunately lost their lives. Right.
Yep.
You know, and then it's the whole thing of like, you know, taking like religious zealots or something like that, you know, things going too far.
Yes.
And I think some of the important things to remember is like, if there was a possession, a real demonic possession, it seems as if there's only kind of one path to defeating that.
Yeah. Getting rid of it. Yeah.
You know, and all of these people who are like, oh, I can do it. You're like,
yeah, we got it. Yeah.
Actually, no.
Yeah.
Rita or whoever, you know, like Barb, right? Yeah. You know, whoever.
Yeah.
So, well, let's not get possessed.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. And so say some prayers tonight and keep yourself safe. And that is a very sad story. Roland's story is very scary. This is just
it's a really scary topic
in general. So
people are scary.
Yes.
Sometimes
demons are
definitely scary.
So let's all just be kind and tread lightly. And so since this episode was so mega scary, I don't think we have it in us for a somebody told me today.
Not today.
So thanks so much for listening to and downloading this extra spooky episode of the You Two Scare Me podcast.
You can help support us by telling your friends and family about our podcast. What better way to spread spooky cheer than sharing it with your 14 closest friends?
Tell everyone. Maybe you could even tell your priest friends.
Yeah.
Please help us out by rating and reviewing us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, Amazon, and wherever you get your podcasts. I always check for new comments and reviews, so keep them coming. Also, you can see our beautiful faces and feel our goth vibes if you check us out on YouTube. Just search for You Two Scare Me Podcast.
Don't forget to check out our website, you2scaremepodcast.com. Read our episode notes, see photos, buy some merch, and more. Also, you can listen right on our website.
Oh, yeah.
So tell your friends that maybe aren't as tech savvy.
Right. Tell your grandma.
Yeah, they can go right to the website, you2scaremepodcast.com, and they can listen to all this episodes there.
So cool.
Don't forget to follow us on social media. Find us on Instagram at you2scareme_podcast or on our Facebook page, You Two Scare Me. Don't forget to follow us on our TikTok account. Just search You Two Scare Me Podcast, no spaces.
Remember to send us your own stories of possession.
my God.
Hauntings, cryptids, time slips, weird experiences, aliens, past lives, mimics, and whatever weird stuff you have for our Somebody Told Me segment at you2scaremepodcast@gmail.com. That's YOUTWO scaremepodcast@gmail.com.
Thanks for wandering through the shadows with us.
Until next time, stay curious and beware what lurks beyond the light.